Hi, it's Hans Schumann, the Masterful Living Coach here. Today I want to talk to you about New Year's resolutions. And I know lots of people have been talking about this at this time of the year, quite naturally. But if you're the kind of person who doesn't believe in New Year's resolutions or you're not very good at sticking to them, keep watching, because I'm going to cover it in a very different way from the way you probably heard people talking about it before. I mean, we all know it. Setting ourselves resolutions, maybe to drink less, become fitter, go on a diet, learn a language, and we stick to it for a few weeks and then our motivation fades and we don't stick to our program and we don't attain our goals. And people have become quite cynical about New Year's resolutions as if it was a given that they don't work. And many people don't even bother making New Year's resolutions because they know they won't be able to follow through. Well, I believe it still is a great time of the year to make a resolution. It's the end of an old cycle and the start of the new one. The reason why we often fail in sticking to our New Year's resolutions is because we don't work on the right levels. And I'm going to explain what I mean in this video. I've drew a pyramid here on this chart which shows 4 levels that you will need to work on if you really want to be successful in sticking to your goals. It starts with the purpose, then goes to the identity, your beliefs and stories, and your strategy. And you see, most people who make a New Year's resolution or any goal in their life, they just focus on the strategy. So let's say your New Year's resolution was to become fitter. Your strategy may be that you created a fitness routine, maybe one that you found in a magazine, or you hired a personal trainer. You set out the days on the week that you want to work, and maybe you even have a nutritional plan to support your routine. That's a strategy, very important. Yet, your strategy will not be very successful if you don't have beliefs and stories in the background that support you on your journey. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you want to become fitter, but you have a belief that you're just not very good at sport, or that sport is boring, sport is a chore, or that people will laugh at you at the gym, then this will be in the way of you really engaging with your goal and following through on your strategy. And you may even find that your subconscious sabotages you because it may be scared about you attaining your goal, or it may not really believe that you can do it, and it will prevent you from being disappointed. And even if you have the right beliefs and stories, you still need to have the right identity to support your goal. What I mean by that is, if you just have adopted the identity that you are an unfit person, you are an overweight person, then you've created a blueprint in your subconscious. And your subconscious will do whatever it can to maintain that reality that matches the blueprint. So for me, for example, when I gave up smoking, I did it because I knew my identity. I wanted to have an identity of a life coach. And for me, a life coach can't smoke. And because my desire to adopt that identity was so strong, it became quite easy for me to give up smoking. And then the last piece in the jigsaw is the purpose, the why you are doing this. Why is this goal so important? So for example, if we stick with the example of fitness, it may be that you have a health challenge. And you know that you need to become fitter to overcome that health challenge. Or it could be that you want to find a new partner and you know that it will increase your chances of finding somebody if you lost a few pounds. Or maybe you want to be fitter to be able to engage with your grandchildren. You want to be fitter, more energized to play with them. Whatever it is, your purpose needs to be strong. Because here's the thing. A strong purpose creates a commitment, and a commitment is stronger than motivation. Motivation is dependent on your emotional state at any given day. Sometimes it will be high, sometimes it will be low. And on the low days, you are at risk of not following through with your strategy. If you have a commitment, You're just committed to what you want to achieve, no matter what your emotional state is on that day. You do it anyway. It's a decision. But to get to that really iron strong decision, you need to have the right purpose to support it. So if you have that strong purpose, you're clear about the identity and the identity is congruent with your goals. You have beliefs and stories about yourself and the world around you support you on your mission. And then, of course, still the right strategy. That is an excellent path to help you to stick to your New Year's resolutions. It's not always the simplest work. It takes some digging and some thinking about these areas, but in return, you have a much better chance of actually reaching your goals. And that's not just about New Year's resolutions, it's about any goals in life. I hope this has been useful. If you have any questions, do give me a shout, send me a message. I would love to hear from you. Have a happy New Year.